Hello, and welcome to episode 5, not 10, 5, only one hand, of DESIGNHÄNDER. Uh, wow, it's been a lot of design work for me lately. So I don't know if many of you know or did not know, but I was actually furloughed the week of April, and my full-time job is actually doing page layout. I write instruction manuals, do the art for instruction manuals, and the page layout for instruction manuals, manage all of that. And so I've been back starting Monday, and every day has been now I've been working in some sort of Adobe program. Plus, I've been working on my own personal project. So it's been a lot, and I'm like pumped. It's like so good to be back doing just design stuff. I love doing it, so it's been nice to get back to it. Let me get the chat up so I can see what's going on. Hello. So I talked with Matt, and I will be doing this for as long as it takes me to get this done. And I felt kind of like, I won't say bad, guilty, whatever, but it's just that when you designing live versus designing like, wrapped in a blanket, hunched over my own computer alone with my own music on, I go much faster. I was hoping to get this done in like 5-6 hours, and obviously we are now on episode 5, and I still haven't done the vertical character sheet. So I think what we'll do is we're gonna go ahead and just, I got the go ahead to do this for as long as I need to. I'm cool with it. I enjoy live streaming design work, so it's pretty good, pretty awesome for me. So let's just go ahead and get into it and look at what I did last time. So let me switch over. And real quick, again, I'll try my best to keep my on chat. So if you do have questions for me as I'm designing, or if you have a thought and I'm kind of like hemming and hawing over stuff, I'm glad and open to conversation as I'm designing. That's what I'm here for, and why I enjoy designing in front of an audience. So let's go ahead and switch the scenes so I can go into designing, and just get right into it. Today will probably be a very design, like I'm gonna be like trying to focus, but it's okay if I get sidetracked and I'll talk and everything. And I'll actually gonna play some music too, so that way in the silence there's something filling it. But anyway, so what you're seeing on screen right now is not what I landed on at the end of this is what I started with at the beginning of last stream. This is where we got the beginning of actually I think this is the end. Oops, let's try and open up the beginning. I got this backwards. Pop up in. Let's do this. I got it wrong. I got my wires crossed. So this is what we actually started out with at the beginning of last episode. Let me hide these guides. This is what we started with. And it was a lot. Like, I feel like you look at this piece of paper at the beginning of the show. I talked about the beginning of the show. This just has a lot. Like, it's got a lot going on. It's a little too much. And I think we needed to give it some more breathing room, because I really liked having the difficult rating box on there and the chart. So I was like, okay, I need to figure out how to move this. So this is actually the version that we ended up with at the end of last episode. So this is what we ended up with, where we ended up last episode. And you can see the difference is pretty drastic, I think. I think I said this one, version 2, had a lot of visual allotness. It's just overwhelming, and it's just too much. And then when we got here, it feels a lot more open, a lot more freeing. And all I wanted to focus on this page was just the things about the character themselves, as far as like their base abilities, their primary attributes, their skill ranks, the difficulty rating for rolling, you have the order alignment, and then obviously the character background. So this is where we ended up last time, and then we decided to put keep peril and damage together and encumbrance initiative. We're just gonna keep that all in the combat pile. That stuff that can happen to your character and stuff that's related to the combat. And I know the focus, we've been trying really hard to stay aligned with the character creation steps, going, 1, 2, 3, following it through. I think as long as the back and forth is maybe not like back, forth, up, down, this back, forth, this way, and more just like here, then back to here, I think is a drastic improvement. Because when you're designing, you kind of have to think of the whole. You can't think of just like the one process, right? Like I really wish I could have done the character sheet 100% aligned with the character creation, but unfortunately, you're not going to use stuff. It wasn't grouped together in a way that is actually used over time. So going through the checklist of character creation, the way the things that were grouped was not grouped also with how things are being used. And so when you're designing things, you kind of have to think about not only everything kind of ties together, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here may not be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 when actually being used. So I had to break it up just because I'm designing with something that already exists. So I can't design the way that I typically would want to do it. It's really hard to do that. You have to think really broadly. Like if we do character creation this way, how's it going to affect, is it grouped in a way that makes sense even on the character sheet kind of thing? That's stuff that happens in development and during R&D. But you can do your best and just group things, and it's okay. Like it's not the best, but it's okay. And we'll live with it. Okay, I don't know why I'm editing this right now. My mind is idling, and I'm already starting to touch things. This isn't even the version I need to be working in. I catch myself doing that all the time. I'm like looking at something that I shouldn't be working on. I'm like, oh, I'll just tweak it a little bit, but it's not what I want to do. Okay, so this is where I ended up at the end of last episode, and we will see what. So in between, I've been trying to do not true design, but like just to get the things ready for design, so that way you guys don't watch me like group and align and tweak here and there. And so I took some time today, a little bit before show, to just go ahead and update this sheet. And it's not 100% what I'm living with, but this is where I'm at as of today. So this is where this is at now. I don't think this is where it's going to be forever. But we talked about fate points actually need to be tied to action, like combat side, but at the same time, your order alignment and how you could gain fate points is on this sheet. And so I'm still playing around with, is this how I want it? We talked about margin space last time. This is looking a little full again, whereas this looked a lot breezier. So I might actually put this back over here. I'm just playing around, was just trying to figure out what I wanted. I had added an extra lines down here. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of those because I don't think we need those. And I'm going to try and bring everything back down to where we were because it just looks so much lighter the other way. And then I still don't know what to do with fate points, reputation points, like where to put them on this sheet. So I'm just going to move on because I'm going to end up getting stuck on this forever. And maybe as I'm designing, I'll think of something to do with it or someplace else. Like I said, last time we talked about, I think in chat, either Matt or whoever was behind the Zweihander RPG Twitch handle was telling me that reputation points really belong with the skills and fate points really belong with the thing. But again, it's one of those things where I'm trying to think of, well, when do you record your points? When do you spend your points? Is it better to have it all on one page, both of these things? I don't know. We'll figure it out later. So today, what I'm trying to figure out is mostly the combat profile. Last time, this is where we were at. And so now this is where I have gotten us today. Okay. So my thoughts as I was working through this, looking at it today before the show, I was thinking it might make sense to put peril, threshold, damage, and injuries all in one column because they're kind of all related to each other. Whereas encumbrance, initiative, and movement is more up here. Like, I think, oops, I'm gonna mess stuff up. I need to delete all this extra stuff around my artboard. Oh, I could probably put some music on right now. So that way we can have some chill stuff to listen to as I start working on this. But, okay, let me do that real quick. I can't multitask. This is me trying to do many things at once, and I'm not very good at it. Okay, let's put some music on. I have a 30-minute track that I use on other shows, so this might sound familiar if you watch any of my other shows. Okay, we'll keep it pretty low. As I adjust this, bear with me. I got some creative, free, whatever the licensing you need to get to be able to use this. Okay, cool. I'm gonna turn it down on my end because it's pretty loud for me. Thank you, Radiator RPG. Okay, I am ready. I'm going to try my hardest right now to see if I can get encumbrance, initiative, movement all on one horizontal line at the top. And it's gonna look a mess because I am very messy working in Illustrator. Okay, we got encumbrance. Boom. Are you grouped so that I don't mess you up? Oh, also another thing that I did over here was I was able to bump the point size up on these a lot. I think it looks a lot easier to read from a distance. So that was definitely one thing I tried very hard to do. Bump them up, space them out, make them bigger, because I get lost myself when things are too squished together. Okay, we got encumbrance, initiative, and movement. I think we got this. Let's group them. Let's group them. I don't know what happened there. I probably hit Command V. All right, I'm gonna bring out my align tool because I'm gonna be using this thing a lot. Align tool, my favorite freaking tool. So that looks decent-ish, but then it's like, well, what do you do with this column? Maybe it's my trappings column? No. Let me see my guides. Show guides, please. So I'm giving myself a ½ inch margin. Trappings can't be like that. No. But we want injuries to go here. For sure. For sure. Because that makes sense to me. Injuries, talents. Now, my thing is, do I really want to do another difficult rating box on the combat? Sorry if I'm flying around at, like, rapid speed. I don't think I need the difficulty rating here. And I think it's pretty easy to know where it's at. Somebody mentioned a few episodes ago that it might not be, I don't know, not why, I don't know, just having it's good to have reinforcement, but like, I don't know if it's necessary on this page. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and let myself delete that, even though I'm probably gonna kick myself and want it later. Okay, so we got next. We'll just keep it like this for now. I'll probably put little, you know, little dividers in there. Now, do I want weapon or armor first? So the original sheet has, I think the original sheet has armor listed, armor, shield first, and then weapon. I think I'm okay with that. I don't know any better, so, because I haven't played it enough to know. But you want to find your armor first because that affects your damage threshold, I think. Pretty sure. Okay, and I know dodge and parry was, oh, look, I lost my percentages. Okay. Go up here. So, armor, but see, I don't know. Shield. We're going off page. But I guess I do have space on this side to theoretically move this over more. Okay, we can move it. We can move it. We can move it. I think the hardest page to do was this first one. I think from here on out, there's going to be they'll fall pretty easily into place. Like I'm hoping today to get this combat profile done, you know, like pretty close to done. And then I also want to work on the magic page. I've done some extra stuff on this magic page already, as you can see, because the profession page is actually pretty good. I mean, it's just recording information, right? So I don't think there's much more you can do with this recording information sheet design-wise, other than maybe space out the lines, do some different like design elements to it, maybe make it look more aligned with the rest of the design. But I'm pretty sure like everything is going to be pretty much easy once we overcame that initial hurdle of how do things work? How do these things work? Then stuff just falls much easier into place. Because even this combat page isn't that, I don't think that it's going to be that difficult. And as you're seeing, I'm trying to design things in columns and grouped with what they're supposed to, like what they go with. So I'm hoping what I'm going to do is I'm going to put talents up here and then trappings and money down here. Or we'll see. Cause like maybe I'm gonna have tons of space down here. I don't know what's gonna happen. Like I guess we're only gonna find out if I just do the work. Come on, Amber, get with it. Okay. Okay, Amber. You got this. Okay, so I think, yep, that's how that worked. I'm kind of just going off of what exists already. So we got armor and then the shield qualities to there. And maybe I do bring this all the way out. Maybe I make it breathe. And then I do my weapon next. My weapons. Put the weapons there. And we have just 3 lines. We have just 3 lines in the original. And I think I only remember doing 2 to begin with. So that's fine. I'm okay with that. We will just make 1, 2, 3 lines. And I got all this space. I feel like I'm missing something, but I'm not. Huh, okay. Just checking my work. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do the whole side. I was trying to do things in columns, but I don't think this one will work very well in columns. So that's fine. Align. And this track is only 30 minutes, so at some point it might just go dead silent, and then I'll have to restart the music. Okay. So I remember the qualities taking up a lot. Like there's tags. I'll have to double check, but we're just getting things set up right now. I might make this, oh, it is already black. Make it black. Ah, cancel. So, and this, I'm going to put this out to you Zweihander players. Is there any reason to list more than just one set of armor? Like, is it, this is supposed to be the space for your armor that you are currently wearing that is equipped, correct? And then the shield is the same kind of deal, right? Like, you're not going to list out, this is just equipped things. And if I had extra, like, weapons that I want to swap up, okay, gotcha. Thank you very much. One armor, one set of shields. So I was going to put some lines in here, and that makes sense why there are no lines in here, but it just seems so, like, so much space. So maybe what I do is this is me thinking. Dodge. Maybe I put dodge and parry up here. Dodge. Parry. So we don't have that weird spot. And then we can do one set of armor across the way. Okay. So let's do that. It's the weapon that has lots of qualities too. Okay. Thinking. So I'm gonna go open a PDF of Zweihander so that I can look at a weapon, because this is very important to do. I just can't, even though that this is pretty much okay, I just want to double check that what I'm setting us up for is accurate. Page 225. Okay, cool. Give me an example. Okay, so weapon, handling. So I'm looking at the book right now, and maybe I'll bring it over so you guys can also see this. So I'm looking at the book right now, and the way that this is laid out versus what is, let me scroll this up so we have it together. A big thing, and I might scroll through and might see something different, and it might contradict what I'm about to say in the book, but what's important right now for me is when somebody's filling something out, that the thing that they're looking at to fill out matches what is in the book. So we have weapon, we have load, we have handling, distant, qualities, type, and then I guess that's the encumbrance value. I'm gonna just to make that assumption. And we have, what is skill? I've got load, I've got handling, I have distance, I don't have a thing for type. And where do I find the damage? I thought damage was based on, and you guys can correct me if wrong, because I'm coming at this pretty much like interesting. Okay. So like I'm gonna copy this. If somebody wouldn't mind explaining what this... I'm going to leave it there because if it's there, I'm assuming it's important. But I'm not sure what what skill means. Is it the skill that I have to use to use it? To use the weapon? Where's my Adobe again? So then another thing interesting is we also don't have value for, or do we? Let me double check. Let me look at this again. Load. Okay, for AP. Okay. Load 0. Okay. I like that. See, I was about ready to say, oh, you don't have load listed for melee or for range, and there it is there. Okay. So I just dismissed it. Okay, it's the appropriate skill. Gotcha. Okay. So you would put down... Brawling, crushing. So we don't have a thing for type here. So we should probably have something that says type. I keep wanting to open up Google Chrome. Oops. No, I need Adobe. So we need something for type. Is it worth it to put price? I mean, it could be, because if I want to sell something. Okay. So to use a melee weapon, what skill would you use? Or like, okay. Just thinking. So this is where I'm going to work extra so I can do tabs. Distance, damage. Yeah, I guess you would calculate damage yourself. Like, I didn't see a thing that's... Well, let me double check. Please bear with me. Let me look at my notes from a million years ago. Choose weapon, totally for 6. So quality affects your combat bonus, because damage is done by combat bonus plus your 1d6 fury dice. Okay. Okay. Yes, okay. Some people choose to write simple or melee or martial range. Other people write in their percentages because they look at one sheet at a time. Yeah, that's how I feel like I've noticed in my time playing. Like when I would redesign character sheets for myself, I tended to make it so that I played a spellcaster all the time, so I had all of my spellcasting stuff on one side, all of everything. Okay. Cause yeah. Okay. Let's just get this, move this down here. Oh, we needed a type, is what I said. Qualities. No, that's not what I wanted. I keep clicking the wrong thing. Qualities type. Okay, cool. Now I gotta bring open tabs, my favorite. Tabs are, oops, that's not what I wanted. Command-Shift-T. So fun thing about tabs, I love tabs. They are great and wonderful, and I used to work at a newspaper and nobody knew how to use them, and it was very frustrating. Oops. We would do stocks or whatever, and we'd pull it from the news, the news outlet or whatever, where we got all of our type and everything, our stories, and the tabs would be all messed up when they would flow them in, and Lord. Nobody took the time to fix it, but I always did because it was aggravating. I want them to be not this one. I want it to be this one. The center align. I feel like I'm missing a tab here. What is this? That's the skill. That's load. That's handling. That's distance. This is damage. Okay, so qualities. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Qualities, type. Okay, and then this one doesn't exist either. Sweet. And so let's double check to see what the spacing is like. So it's pretty small. Okay. Type. Qualities, I feel like would have to have a lot of space for handwriting. Damage, distance, handling, load, skill. Type, encumbrance value. Okay, that's good enough for now. We can mess with the tabs later. And then distance, what was this thing that said? Short, medium. Okay, got it. Let us do this. See, I feel like you're gonna need more space for writing out what your weapon actually is. The load will be, all right, I'll mess with that in a minute. What I need to work on now is, we got armor, blah, 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 blah. Dodge parries up there. I think I'm gonna do the shield stuff here. Yes. We're gonna get so much space. Wonderful. Looking at my page. Boom. Okay. So now we have injuries are over here. Make it the same font size. We have trappings. Now, I know I'm in a tiny screen. I'm not gonna try and show you, but I had a hard time writing out the trappings. I need to have I need a lot more space. I almost wanted to have them like Also talents. Talents are also a part of the professions page. But is this a part where I'm supposed to put my talents twice? or expand upon my talents, or like put my combat specific talents. Maybe. We will see. All right, so what I'm gonna do next is I'm going to, we're at 6:35, okay, doing good. I'm going to put money somewhere. And also ungroup this, because what the heck. Money, maybe like, we'll do this. And then put the underneath what that'll be. Then, well, I can just do it now. Money. Oops, why was that not a full circle? That's odd. Oh, I should probably put, I said money, but I wanted to write coins. Put the wrong thing. All right, we got the money. We got the money. Now I have lots of room for talents and trappings. Okay, talents. We'll do trappings first because that's next to money. I feel like this is a good spacing amount, so we'll steal this from the other page. Wonder how long this is. Width is about 6.6. So 3.3 is what I'm gonna want, close to. I don't want that to be, there we go. We'll do 3.25. Is it too much? That looks about okay. That looks about all right. Whoa, I got scared. What the heck? Nope. Yep. What? What am I grabbing? Oh, grabbing the wrong line. Okay. And then we got talents. Or if I'm gonna play with this, like a part of the process is to print this out when I'm all done and then fill it out and see where I have hangups. Because yeah, like you can't just say, like, no, that's good, that's how that works, I'm done. You have to actually see how it works. So I will be doing that at some point. Okay, let's just align to selection. Nope, that is not what I want. Go back. Whoops, too far. That's okay. Oh, whoops. Get back in there. Thank you. All right, so I think talents had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lines. Trappings had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 lines. But it was also shorter. This is a little bit longer. Again, I'll try doing it again whenever I print this out and get it ready, and I'll make notes. In fact, maybe I'll do that. I'll do that as part of the next show. Hopefully, I'll get my autofocus freaking fixed, and then we can do that. I will look into getting my autofocus fixed so we can fill in my character sheet. Basically, take what I already filled in with the character I made, Helvetica Double Dagger, and actually fill this in and see how it flows. And yeah, any feedback when I'm filling out would be excellent, especially people who've been playing a lot longer than I have. Especially if you have issues that you've been experiencing or you've noticed. That would be good to know about. I would be definitely, like, if I was in development and making a game and doing the character sheet, that would be something, part of my questions I would ask while doing user experience stuff was, what is your experience, essentially? Selection. Okay. So here's where we're at combat sheet wise. Oh, I forgot to do the injuries. There'll be tweaking. I'm gonna worry about doing the actual tweaking of space and font and all that jazz. Probably offline before next week, and then we'll go over kind of like what I did. But I think this is pretty much where I would like to see this combat sheet right now. So with the last 15 minutes or so, let's just go ahead and get right into the magic sheet. So I'm gonna turn the, I have a lot to say about magic, so we're gonna just get the music down just a little bit, or probably all the way. Let's just talk about the magic sheet, because this is one area I do have experience with playing. I did not do a lot of combat, which is funny because for a game that is grim and perilous, I was playing a character who was kind of squeamish about blood and gore and stuff. So I ended up having a character who played magic, and a lot of the magic that she cast or they cast was, I picked spells specifically that were more like buff or debuff. Personally, I like playing in ways that are challenging for me magic-wise. Like, they say, you know, for every the answer to every problem for a wizard is fireball. I try to, I mean, I like it. Like, I'm not, like, there's nothing wrong playing that way. I freaking love casting fireball and, you know, getting to roll all the d6s and all that shit and all that jazz and magic missiling the crap out of people. But I like also trying to play magic casters in a way where they're very restricted. So I had I have right now, I'm playing a spellcaster in Dungeon World that is an illusionist, and what you kind of have to think a little bit outside the box. So in Zweihander, I ended up playing a character where I had to be more creative with my magic casting. I had like Cack-Handed Grasp and Sleep, and I think Invoke Fury were like the 3 spells that I chose to start out with. I'm surprised I remember that off the top of my head, because I usually can't remember jack shit. But magic is very, there's a set, right? There's like you have a step order to do things. And I think it would have been very nice to have this reminder always. And so I took some time before the show to write out the things that I had to actually write down for myself in my notebook, my my bullet journal, because there was a lot to remember. And when you're first playing, even if you've been playing for a while, it's like nice to remember the stuff that you're supposed to be doing, because it's easy to forget when you get caught up in stuff. Like one thing that I definitely did not realize was that spells had AP costs, and that there's also like the actual level of spell had AP costs. I knew it cost AP to cast a spell, but I didn't know that generalist, petty, lesser, greater, they all have their own like AP costs. I also did not know, because I was just flipping through stuff and I was so focused on magic, that I can't cast 2 spells in a row, because it's 2 combat actions essentially. And so it might be something that I might even put on this sheet as a reminder. It's like, hey, don't do that thing. But anyway, so this is where I'm at with it right now. I think it'd be good, like we're reading left to right. Here's your reminders, your rules of magic. This is how you cast magic. This is what the AP cost is. There's a fixed difficulty rating for the spells that you cast. Again, one that I would forget often. And then the channeling power levels. And I even hear in the cast magic, channel power is optional. You only roll a chaos die if you're channeling power, or, the GM says, for whatever reason, there's a reason for you to roll a chaos die. So that is where I'm going to put that there. I think that's a pretty good space for it right now. The cast magic is going to be across here. And then what I really want to do is make a, I think I put the I did not put the cost of the regions, but I need to put the cost of the regions. Right now, what I need to work on is a section for the magic and rituals, but I want to do it where you actually just fill out, because right now the way the sheet has is just basically lines. So you have to fill out all it yourself, right? It's just, I'm not going to hold it up, but it's basically just a bunch of lines to write down your magic. And I want to make it so that you have the spell name, the distance, the regions it costs, the duration, the effect, and then actually lay it out. So we're going to go ahead and do paragraph, and we're going to space these out. And I'm going to put the music back up a little bit, because we're going to go into some designing. If it's playing, I will play it from the beginning, because it went off as it did, like I said it would. It's the same track from the very beginning, because I did not download any more music. I can only do so many things in a day before my head starts to explode. Okay. So, what we're doing here is figuring out how to make the spell book like an actual spell book. This is where I think if you wanted to have fun with your like stuff, I would be tempted to put like what looks like page, like something that looks like a simple page or like a book opening or whatever. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm instead going to just leave it as it is. And I'm gonna try, and I think I'm gonna do it the same way that we did the weapon. Why not? Keep it consistent. And I'm gonna bring out our friend, the tabs. So we have that. And we're gonna go spell. Spell name. Distance. Regents. Duration. Effect. crit success and crit failure. And we will tab these out. Tab. Maybe. Yes, please. Tab. Why? Why must you do this to me? Okay, it's already tabbed. I see. I just gotta... Why are you being like this? I don't get it. Why? Okay. I don't understand what is happening right now. And why it keeps getting further and further away from me. Tabs. Okay, there we go. So I think we'll do it like that, right? Like, now let me double check and see what rituals look like, because I want to make sure that the spells versus rituals look, you know, if they look different in any way, then this won't work. Then I have to do something different. Come on, scroll. Scroll. I must say this is an amazing table of contents that I love, because it lists everything out, and I like that. Magic. Let us look at... Is there a place where it actually shows rituals? Magic format. Learning spells. Arcana. Generalist spells. Generalist magic. Maybe it's the same. Rituals and spells look the same. Maybe. I'll look into it. That's something I'll do for homework. Look at what the rituals are like. So we're gonna treat magic and rituals much like we treat weapons. Why not? Because they are weapons. And then of course I'm gonna have to test this out and make sure that it works, right? Like, I can't just decide that this is the best way without practicing it. So I will also do that. And maybe that's what we do next time. Maybe we'll work on that, because align to I want to align to selection. My brain just like gave out for a second. I think I want this to be bigger, like more space. Okay, because then we can definitely move this up some. I'm gonna have room for what this page is, but we can move it up for now. Okay, and then we can do the regents, which I'm gonna do it in columns much like this, because I think you can just put, like, there'll be like, I want to do like 3 columns or something. I could be more mathematical if I want to, and more precise with my measurements, but whatever. We will take care of that next time. I'll make the devils in I'll do the details and we'll work on the spacing and all that jazz for this. So yeah, I think with that, like, I feel pretty good with where we've got today. Turn my music down again so we can just talk right now. So I think I'm pretty happy with where we're at. Like I said, the hardest part, I can get rid of this. I'm gonna try and clean up my board real quick. Throw unique advances on here. We'll just use the profession page to throw all of our junk for now. Don't need talents. I can get rid of that. I can get rid of this. I'll use something else. We don't need all of this. I try to make it a practice where I do clean up my artboard so that way I don't get so messy. Okay, so cool. I think this is where I'm going to wrap up for today. Page 351 in the PDF of rituals. Oh, okay. Let's just take I'm going to say I'm going to wrap up, but let's just take a real quick at that real quick. 351. Rituals. Okay. They have, oh, okay. It is different, isn't it? Conducting a ritual. Thank you, the lollygaggers, for telling me where that was at, because yeah, I think it definitely is different. We'll have to make another little, it looks like it's casting time 1 hour, regent's condition, channel power, difficulty rating, and consequences. So I'm gonna go put that over there. Wow, that's a lot. Okay. Casting time is what it is. We need the regents. We need the condition. Channeling power, DR, and then consequences. Okay. So it is different than, obviously, this setup. So I'm going to have to maybe rethink of this a little bit. I'll probably do so right before the show next Thursday. So I'm thinking maybe I either take out a couple rows, you know, right here, maybe, and then put, you know, split it up so that we get magic and rituals. And, you know, how many spells are you going to get? Is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lines enough? Do I really need that much space for regents? Do I need to have all this stuff over to the left? Do we have space up here? What's important? And so I think we'll figure that out for next time. But this is a good stopping place. We got this I need to work on still. I'm still thinking about you, fate points and reputation points. Where do you belong? Where should you live? We'll figure you out. Maybe it's under ancestry traits, because we know that you usually only get one of those. So it could go there. We'll see. We'll play with it. The combat page is looking good. Again, I'll have to do some like little tweaking here and there, and I'll do that for next time. And then we have the magic page we got to today that, yeah, it's looking pretty good. And of course, like I said, the professions page is pretty cut and dry. Like it's where you're going to record your stuff. So maybe just like spreading stuff out. So, woo! I think for next time, what we'll do is finish up the professions sheet and the magic sheet. And then if we have time, print it out and try to fill it out and see how that goes. So if not, I think I will. I think I have enough black toner in my printer to print one out. If I can't print it, that's why I'm like, I don't know if I can or not, because right now I got the wrong I didn't get the wrong ink cartridges. I was sent the wrong ink toner cartridges, and I'm waiting for a replacement. So anyway, I'm going to switch over to just my face. So we're chatting. Cool. I'm excited. This has been really, really fun. I'm excited for this to be done and see the final product and test out this product. And then we can start working on the vertical, because I haven't done the vertical side yet, and it's going to change, and it's probably going to have its own headaches to it just because of layout. So anyway, thanks so much for watching. I hope you've been enjoying the show, finding it enlightening. You can find me online on Twitter at RocketOrca. That's pretty much where I do all my social media stuff and good ways to reach out and talk to me. I also have been doing a lot of design work on my own Twitch channel, twitch.tv/RocketOrca. I've been working on some enamel pins right now it's for me. I'm trying to kickstart it. I'm hoping to launch a Kickstarter next Saturday. We'll see. I believe in myself, but I got a lot of other stuff going on. So anyway, the pins are for Neon Genesis Evangelion. If you're an anime nerd, I was doing some cool minimalist abstract in designs for these angel monster designs. It's been fun, and I've been live streaming the process, so you can catch me there. And I always put my Twitch schedule up on Twitter, and it's on my Twitch page. So come check me out, check out my stuff, come hang out with me. Also, I know that Matt is always looking, or they're trying to put a lot of shows on the Zweihander RPG Twitch. So if you're interested in doing a show yourself, please reach out to Matt. Matt, I have your Twitter handle up so that I may say it. It's JOWZAM3, that you can reach out to Matt if you would like. Anyway, I think that's it. I'm going to go play Animal Crossing, because that's all I do in my free time now. So thanks for hanging out, and I will see you next Thursday. And I'm looking to see where I can click for the end cap. Okay, bye everybody. Thanks again.